So, I don't know in terms of like what is okay in terms of how I'm being treated. Because is it justifiable if I make a mistake for someone to come into my room without my permission, storm into it, break the door down, and start yelling at me and calling me names? Is that okay if I make a mistake? Is that type of thing appropriate? Is it appropriate for me to be completely ignored every day of the week except when I fuck up? That's when I'm noticed. And it's justifiable to call me selfish because I was crying in the middle of the night and it woke someone up on their birthday. And because I woke someone up on their birthday early in the morning because I was crying and I got in big trouble. And she says I'm just crying and making everything up for attention, and I'm not making it up, but everyone needs attention and needs love for what they're going through. And I'm just in such a place where I feel like it's justifiable for me to be called names and disrespected and yelled at. And I don't know how to like protect myself, and I'm afraid of like not being a bystander. Like, I'm so used to shit treatment that I'm afraid that I won't know what good is, because it's so normal for me to just be disrespected. And I'm like in a state of like chronic apology. I was like, where I'm always having to apologize for anything that I do. I can't take up space. I can't even think about that. I don't know why it's so easy for other people and so difficult for me. I've just had myself ground down and called names like every day since I remember. And I know that I don't have a job. And that makes it even more justifiable to treat me like shit for waking people up. Even though it's a Sunday. Basically what happened is my mom stormed into my room because I woke her up crying. She got really mad and we got into a fight. She basically said, well, you think everything's gonna be solved if you move out. You think all your problems will be solved if you move out. You've tried it twice. You've already tried that. How dare you think about trying to get it? What makes you think this time is gonna be any different if you try that? Like, I'm not talking about going after something crazy. I'm not talking about gambling. I'm not playing the slots. I want to move out and be financially independent. And she's attacking me for wanting that. I've done so much just to keep you alive. I guess I'm just the worst mother ever, even though I've done so much to keep you alive. It's like, isn't that your job? And at the same time, like, do I deserve that much? Like, do I even deserve that much? Like, do I deserve to be kept alive for free? Because I feel like they think that I owe them, and she thinks that she's owed for the fact that I exist, and for every single mistake that I continue to make. It's just justification for being treated like absolute garbage. I must be the worst mother ever. All you do is assign blame to me. I'm like, I wasn't even really blaming you. I'm just asking to not be yelled at. It's like, then she justifies it because I woke her up. And I know you're crying in here because you feel sorry for yourself. I know you're in here because all you do is self-pity and feel sorry for yourself. It's like, Mom, I'm on my period. Like, I have clinical depression. Like, I know you're sick and tired of dealing with me But I don't come to you with my feelings anymore. That's why I'm crying by myself, because I have no one else to go to. I have nowhere to go with my emotions. What am I supposed to do? I'm not allowed to express myself. And I understand that it's disruptive and disturbing, and I'm really sorry that I woke anybody up. I look like a piece of crap. The fact of the matter is, if someone healthy came into my life and wanted to love me, I wouldn't know what to do with that type of love. My standards are not that high. I'm so afraid, though, that because my standards are low and because my idea of normal is so low, that I'll just get abused. And people expect so much out of their relationships and expect so much from their partners. I don't think I can meet more expectations. It's like relationships are just one more place for me to fail. Motherhood would be just one more place for me to fail. Being a mom would just be one more person that I invested in who turns against me. It's like I can do everything right and receive nothing in return. Absolutely nothing in return. I can do everything that everybody wants quietly and as best as I can and get nothing for that besides silence. But the moment that I fuck up, it's people barging into my room, violating my boundaries, telling me they're gonna kick me out if I make more noise again. It's like, I thought you worked so hard to keep me alive. And she said, well, according to you, Shelby, if you had your way, everyone would just unalive themselves. Except she said the actual word. She said the S word. I didn't say everyone should unalive themselves, Mom. Well, that's what you're talking about. That's what you think. You think life is so pointless that everyone should unalive. And that we should all just get together and unalive and not be alive anymore. I'm like, that's literally not what I said. That's so fucking random. Why would you say that? But this is a real ass conversation that I had with my mom because I woke her up on her birthday. And now she's like, my whole birthday's ruined. I'm like, do you want me to go to lunch? Do you still want me to go to the lunch thing today, Mom? Oh yeah, because that would fix everything. Maybe I shouldn't go to the lunch, Shelby. Maybe I shouldn't go to my own birthday. Because you know what? That's what you guys would want. You wouldn't want me there at my own birthday. And all you do is point fingers at me and blah blah blah. I'm like, Mom, you don't even like me. You don't like me. You don't like me at all. She's like, you don't like me either. Okay, so she kind of admitted it to me that she doesn't like me. She literally said, you don't like me either. It's like, whose responsibility, and this is where I say, whose responsibility was it to foster the bond between mother and child? Oh, so it's all my fault. I guess I must be the worst mother ever. What does that make me as a daughter? I don't know, Shelby, you tell me. I think it makes you selfish. I think it makes you inconsiderate. All you do is assign blame to other people and not take responsibility for your own life. And then I asked her for solutions. I thought you didn't want to depend on me. You asked me for solutions and advice, but I thought you didn't want to depend on me. I thought you were going to be independent now. You think moving out is going to solve all your problems. The last time you moved out, you had to move back and you almost died because you got COVID. I can't move out again until it's permanent, because she will be ready with the I told you so should I ever move back again. This is not a forgiving environment where I can make mistakes and do trial and error. I have to get it right on the first time out of the gate, or else. If I'm not getting it right out of the gate, it's or else. I've never known, my idea of unconditional love is very conditional. For me, love in my house has always been conditional. The withholding of punishment is my idea of love. Withholding of criticism is my idea of love. When someone ignores you and they don't criticize you and you're working your ass off to please them and they say nothing except take you for granted, that's what love is. It hurts so bad, so why would I want it? I want the kind of love that I think only exists in my imagination. The kind of love that only exists doesn't even exist in real life. Only for people that know what it looks like and know how to give and receive it. Because for me, love is just the lack of punishment. Love is an absence of pain and punishment. Love is the absence of someone causing you harm for a brief moment, and in that moment they love you. They don't say anything different. They don't even look at you. They usually just ignore you and pretend you're not there, but that's the best you can really hope for in terms of love, is just not being hurt by them. Because that's the reprieve, and that's what I think love looks like, according to what I've seen. Because all my mistakes are put on blast. All my mistakes are, gotta go call the cousins up and tell them what Shelby did on my birthday. She's a fuck up. I'm gonna spread it across state lines. Make sure it's being discussed. And then I'm not allowed to tell my story to anybody. I'm pretty close to getting kicked out at this point because I'm just not putting up with it anymore. It's like, I don't know what the streets are gonna be like, but at this point they keep trying to tell me that I'm not gonna survive without them, that it's my fault because I expect life to be perfect, I'm entitled because I want more than my mom to just keep me alive. That's her thing. She's like, you're entitled. All I've ever done is just keep you alive. You never loved me though. She kept me alive. I've never known what it is like to have love. My cat is more responsive to my emotions than my mother. When I'm sad and I'm crying at 3 a.m. and Charlie hears me cry, he doesn't come in and start smacking me upside the head with his paws. He nuzzles me and he makes sure I'm okay. And then my mom says, what good is it gonna do to tell you that everything's gonna be okay? What good is that gonna do to tell you that everything's gonna be okay? I don't think I would be any better of a mom than she is, though. I'm just in a lot of pain. And I just am emotionally depleted to the point of exhaustion. It's like I'm in a state of chronic exhaustion, and my mom's like, you don't even do anything. It's like, all I do is get criticized. I'm giving every effort that I have to avoid harm and criticism and pain. And it's still not enough. I still manage to fuck up and cry at 3 o'clock in the morning and wake everybody up. And then I get in trouble for crying and told they're gonna kick me out if it ever happens again. I want to believe that I deserve to be treated in a way that even when I make mistakes, that maybe after the end of it, there's an apology if we lose our temper and then we come back together and find a solution if we're sleep deprived and we're depleted. But that's never been it. I've never received an apology from her. I'm always the one expected to apologize. I've apologized for things that I didn't even do. I've apologized for just her reactions to me. I've had to apologize for her reactions before. It's just at a point where I don't even care if I get kicked out because I don't care if I live or die. Not to say that I'm gonna unalive myself, but at this point, if they kick me out on the streets and I'm on the streets and I lose access to all my internet and whatever, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I would not be any better of a mom than she was. I wanted so bad one time, like when I was younger, I wanted so bad to have a family of my own because I thought that they would love me more, and now that I'm older I realize that I probably wouldn't, because it's me. Because of me, they would hate me and they would disrespect me, and they probably wouldn't even like their own mother because my own mother doesn't like me. So what would stop my kids from not liking me? I would give my all to people that probably wouldn't want anything to do with me. It would just turn against me. It would just be more betrayal, more rejection from my own family. I just want to know, like, when I put in effort, I avoid punishment. But when I'm no longer able to do it, it's so severe that I just feel like I have no worth at all. I know I keep looking at myself. It's like I'm so freaked out. I'm just trying to make sure that my head is right. I literally have no one else to talk to, and vent to. And, I just want to have somebody in my life that doesn't punish me for being imperfect. I wish I could be the person that doesn't have to endure punishment constantly from the people that are supposed to love me. I'm just at a complete loss. It's like I've avoided her punishment and her wrath for as long as I was able to, and it still wasn't enough. It's like every time that I take one step out of line, every time that I cry or I make noise or I'm a burden or I leave a fork in the sink, it's like it's too much for them. Because they don't want me here. They don't fucking want me here. They don't want me. They don't like me. They don't want anything to do with it. They put up with it. It's just so hard to know that your own family and your own parents want nothing to fucking do with you. And it's like everyone I attract is like that. You guys are like, why are you single at 30? It's because everybody that I attract is like my mom or my dad. It's only a matter of time before I get punished and I get treated like shit. And then they justify it. And then they take my tears as a burden, and they take my tears as background noise, and they take my tears as an interruption of their sleep. And they see it as something to take for granted. They take my pain and my expression of my pain for granted. They don't see the way that they contribute for it, and they just say, that's just the way she is. That's just the way I am. I'm always sad. That's just the way I am. She's always been that way, they say. She's always fucking been that way. Ever since she was a little girl, angry and sad. And there's just nothing we can do. It's just the way Shelby is, no matter what we try. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want relief from the pain, because it's like when I go to my mom, or she sees, I don't even go to my mom, but when she sees me crying, she says, have you been to your psychiatrist? You need to go see your psychiatrist and get a med adjustment. It's like, Mom, I don't need a med adjustment. I need a friend. I don't need a fucking med adjustment. I need a friend. I'm so lonely that It's actually crazy. I do everything to avoid it. It's like my mom says, you know, it means something if you don't have any friends. You're the common denominator in all of your failed friendships, Shelby. You're the common denominator. And I know that I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what. And I try so hard to be funny and nice and loving and caring, and maybe I give too much. I don't know. I don't know what's appropriate in terms of a friendship. I feel like I attract takers. I attract people that take from me. And then they call me selfish when I can't give anymore. And I feel like the most selfish person ever, who ever lived. I can't tell you how selfish that I feel. And I don't want to give. I don't know what to do. I just feel like I'm either infantilized or minimized or ignored. I'm empty. I can't even tell you how it feels to be this dissociated from your body, because it's like it's too painful to be there. It's like I'm starving emotionally. I'm just emotionally starving. And I don't know how to fix it. At this point, I feel like it's kind of like, you know how they say like stage 5 malnutrition is irreversible? I think I'm at like stage 4 emotional malnutrition. It's like it's getting to a point where there's gonna be a point of no return, and even if I receive what I need, I won't be able to digest it. And I'm like, is God real? Like, when I talk to God, He doesn't answer me. I was praying to God at 3 a.m. this morning, crying to the Lord. And when I cried to the Lord, my mom barges in and yells at me. And that's what happens because there is no God. Honor your parents for fucking what? They don't even want me. They don't even like me. I'm not liked. When your own parents, when it starts off with your own family and your own parents don't like you, and being unlikable is just the precedent of your existence, it's hard. Like, I don't even think they love me. They just had me out of societal obligation. And like my mom said, she put in a lot of effort to just keeping me alive. Yet I always want more. Yeah. Because I'm entitled. Because I wanted love, not just food and shelter. And that was too much to ask for. Because that's entitlement. Entitlement is asking for your emotional needs to be met. Because those don't count. I wish I counted as a person. I wish I was valid. I wish that my experience, like, I don't know how common this is, but I just feel like my experience, I doubt my own pain to the point where sometimes I don't even know if my pain is physical or emotional. And I've gotten into situations where I didn't think that my pain was actually physical pain, and I was hospitalized for weeks because it was physical pain, but my emotional pain gets so intense that sometimes I can't tell the difference between physical pain and emotional pain, and I didn't want to go to the doctor and have them tell me that it was all in my head, because I don't even trust my own perceptions in terms of my pain, because my pain, I've been told, is just dramatic, psychosomatic, and even if it's real, it doesn't matter. And it's something I need to keep to myself. And I just suffer in this container of my body, and it's just like I have scars physically and emotionally that no one cares about. I feel like I was abandoned emotionally. And I don't know if I would be any better as a partner, or as a mom, or as a person. Because I wanted nothing more than to be a good mom. But like, that's the one thing where it's like, you can't fuck that up. And I'm a fuck up by nature. And if you mess that up, those kids will turn on you and hate your guts. And I don't want to be hated by more family. I don't want to give birth to my own opposition. I would have just given birth to my own ops. And what does a mom get out of having kids anyway? I'll be honest, like, I don't think a mom gets anything out of having kids from what I've seen. I've never seen a mom be like, yeah, damn, this was fucking worth it. Not anywhere in my life have I ever seen a family be like, yeah, having these kids was worth every penny, every sacrifice, every late night. I've never seen that in my real life. Not even close. Complete opposite. Everyone comes forward and out of the woodwork to be like, yeah, that was not worth it. That was horrible. Don't do it. If you can avoid it, don't. My own mom doesn't want me to have a baby. It hurts because I feel like, to me, that means she thinks that I'm just not capable of anything. Not capable of something like that. I'm not even capable, according to my mom, of having a kid. I'm not even capable, according to my mom, of being able to keep a man and hold a man. And she's right. I'm not capable of anything. I've been told my whole life, in so many words, that I'm incapable, and that I can't do it by myself, and that it's my fault, and that the control over my life is justifiable because I can't do it by myself and have support needs. I don't know what it's like to have a person. I fantasize about just having a friend. It seems so out of reach that it's crazy. So I build parasocial relationships instead, because it's safer. Anyway, I'll put all my links. I guess I got to the end of the video. All of my links to like my Shopify and everything else is down there. So if you want to help me get out of this place and live my own life, basically buy my art, I guess, and support me on Instagram. I guess you could do that, or leave a super chat, whatever you want to do. I also have a buy me a coffee account, so you can do that too, whatever you want, or just leave a comment and say how you relate, because it's really tough to not feel loved, and then to be blamed for accepting love the wrong way. Like, I don't really know. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I just need too much. Anyway, I'm gonna peace out. Bye. This is Shelby signing off.